let's work on projects that were never finished. Let's get them done, people. Let's get them done. Okay. This granny square bag that I made, I even took the time to line it and everything, and I made the little loop, but I didn't make anything for it to hook onto. So I think I am going to make a pom-pom and sew it on there. Now I'm just trying to figure out what yarn I'm going to use. I like this yarn. It has a lot of the colors that this has. I don't think it was the same yarn that I used, but it will work. I'm just pulling out yarn, enough yarn that I think that I will need for my little pom-pom. Do you guys know how to make a pom-pom without any kind of little apparatus or tool? This is the only way I've been making pom-poms my whole life. Okay, this time for some reason when I made my pom-poms, I decided to make multiple strands and it would be shorter. Usually I just go straight from the skein and wrap it around my fingers, but here I am doing something. I don't know where my brain is sometimes, but it's the same process. This is just going to be shorter, and it might be, and if you like to variegate your pom-poms, want different colors in it, this is perfect, because then you'll have different colors. Oh, that's why I'm doing this, because I want the different colors to show up, and if I did it just in one strand, it would be one color for a long time, and I wanted multiple colors. Okay, now it makes sense. Angie, you're not as crazy as I thought. Okay, so I take the strands and just wrap them around my fingers, and since I have about I think five different strands, it's really going to be thick. So I don't know. I don't ever count how many strands I wrap around my fingers when I do it with single strands. So just as thick as you want it. The thicker, the better is what I think. Oh, gosh. Anyways. Okay, so I tie one section of the strands, and because I am paranoid, I add a little glue in there to hold those strands together. And I'm assuming it's never going to be put in a dryer or anything, but it really sticks those together. Okay, so then I tie a knot. Now I'm going to tie it together with the rest, the other side, and tie them together. Now look what happened. I don't know where that came from, but we're going to tie it in there and it's going to stay however it stays. We'll figure it out. Okay, now tie it really, really tight. And yeah, I usually use two strands to tie it together, because if I use one strand, I usually break the strands because I pull it so tight. So I use two strands and it usually does not break. And here's a little bit more glue on that knot. Hold it, let it dry, let it dry, let it dry. Watch the dogs. Look at that hair. Why'd you let me come out like that? Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. We're getting somewhere now. What am I doing there? I don't know. But anyways, let's see. So I have it like this. I love doing that. I love dangling these little things. I put it together and I'm just gonna chop it off. Hold it right there. I'm gonna put my hand the other way, like that. Yes. And now I'm just gonna chop all of that off. Chop. Why did I pick those scissors? Those are my outside scissors. Oh my gosh. Okay, now these are the best scissors. These are my sewing scissors. Okay. Oh, look at that. Have y'all seen my little mushroom waste basket? I got this on Temu, and I love it. And I throw my yarn scraps in there because sometimes, if I'm getting low on my polyfill, I will put a little polyfill and then wrap some of this inside some polyfill and put it in the center of the project. And I just use that. Oh, I love my little mushroom. Here I'm just going to cut any loops that didn't get cut. Oh, my favorite part. Now it's going to be time to start shaping it. I just cut up the sides like this. I'm going to have to go back after a while and get more of it, but basically you're just rounding it off on the sides. Just kind of cutting straight up from the bottom, and you just kind of gauge how much. Don't cut too much off. You can always cut off more later. And then we're going to cut the top part, kind of round it off. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Just make it into a ball, whatever looks good to you. Okay, this little fuzz mess is the worst part of the whole thing. So I just got to clean that up before I can keep going. I finally used my paintbrush and it worked really well. I'm just shaking it off, sweeping it off to the carpet where the carpet fairies will come and clean that up, I guess. Nice brush. Okay, so now I'm going to get this tool. I think I've shown y'all before if you've seen my other videos, but it's I think it's a cat brush, and I got it at the Dollar Tree, and I use it just to comb my pom-poms, and it makes it really fuzzy and nice. Be careful though, it will take your skin off. So I just rub it back and forth and just get it to where I like it. You guys can hear my birds in the background. Hope it doesn't bother you too much. I don't even hear them anymore. Now I'm just going to trim up some little stray yarns that are sticking out now after combing it out. Okay, it's cleanup time again. Here we go, use our handy brush. I don't know why I hadn't done it before. Okay, now we can work. I'm going to use the 2 long strings that I left and tie them to my bag. I'm going to take you through a fast forward of this. I'm just kind of deciding here how I want to put it in because I have a lining in the inside, and if I do it there you'll see the knot. So I decide to go through the outside and just pull them into opposite ways. And of course I knot it because I'm paranoid. I do so many knots. I don't want it to come loose, you know? So now I'm just pulling it through between the bag and the lining. Now let's just cut those strands off and let it hide in between. There you go. I finished this project. Yay!